Hi subscribers and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something slightly different. We're going to be talking about lasting power of attorneys, or LPOA as they're known in the industry. So what is a lasting power of attorney? Why do you need one? What are the advantages or possible disadvantages of not having one? And how can you go about completing it? Okay, so the majority of clients do not have a lasting power of attorney. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the phrase, and as some of you may have older, and your parents have got a little bit older, you may have been through a similar process with them. However, what I find most frustrating is that people think this is for people in old homes, nursing homes, who are about to lose mental capacity. We better get a lasting power of attorney done. Any of you who are in your 50s and 60s may have been through this experience with your own parents. But the point is, why wait until it gets to such a terrible point that you think someone is going to lose their mental capacity? As such, let's do a lasting power of attorney. That's a pretty stressful thing to be doing when somebody is already in possibly not a fantastic situation. So what I advise to all of my clients, and I generally cover this with them in the annual review meetings in January, is to check, do they have a lasting power of attorney in place? And if so, has it been updated? And if they haven't, why haven't they got one? So for example, you have two types of lasting power of attorney. One is to do with your health and your welfare. So obviously it's in relation to how you might live, what might happen to you in terms of medication, hospitals, doctors, etc. The other one, which we're focusing on more here, is the financial side of things. And effectively, a lasting power of attorney can be set up to ensure that if something happens to you, you can have your trusted partner, typically your spouse, your husband, your wife, maybe one of your children if they've grown up a little bit more, or possibly your brother, a friend, anybody who you think, a bit like an executor to your will, somebody who you could trust, who you would want to be able to have control of managing your finances for you if needed. Now, a lot of people, that idea, they're scared of it and they think, someone managing my finances, whoa, no, I don't want that. I don't want someone charging in and changing around my portfolio. But it's not really how it works. So obviously if you have your spouse or your brother or your parents or whoever it was, if you mention this to them, you could obviously just say, this is a lasting power of attorney if something terrible were to happen to me. Now, a lot of people, what they don't understand is that anything can happen to you at any moment. Okay, you might be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you might be very good health, you might be feeling fantastic, but anything can happen. You can be on holiday, you can fall over, you can drown, you can you can have a stroke, anything can happen to you that can actually stop you from being able to manage your finances effectively. Your family will then be left in a terrible situation of not really being able to take any control. So for example, if you've got a SIPP, if you've got £1 million in your SIPP and you lose mental capacity, or you go into a coma, or anything happens to you, which means you haven't died, which obviously would trigger your will, which we'll come on to on another video, it's very tricky for your family to manage things. So my advice to clients is, irrespective of your age, if you have significant assets, you should have a lasting power of attorney. I'm 34 and I'm currently going through the process of doing my lasting power of attorney, which is why I'm doing this video for you today. So if you haven't got one in place already, particularly if you have pension schemes such as a SIPP, you really need to get one. They're not expensive. It's something we can do for you here at Cameron James, and it's one of kind of the additional services which we offer as part of our ongoing service to clients. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to pay ongoing fees, etc., etc. But it's these small things that you don't think about which can make a huge difference to your life, your family, and your beneficiaries by doing things correctly, rather than just not really knowing what you should be doing at different stages of your life. So guys, if you want to have a chat, a free conversation about lasting power of attorneys, click below to have a conversation with myself or one of our senior financial advisors. And as always, take care with your UK pension assets.